Big ass, how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over this daggone break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all know what we're going to get into today. If you don't know, you're going to know very shortly. We got Peach McIntyre and we got Wine Glass in the break room, y'all. Okay? Both moms of this mommy community. And Peach McIntyre, for about a week, has been ranting and raving on her channel about a situation that went on at the school that two of her children go to. I believe it's Gorgeous and maybe McIntyre's the other child. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the chat. But I know Gorgeous is one of the children. I don't know which. I think the other one is McIntyre. One of her children named McIntyre. So when I saw this the other day, apparently this happened like a week ago. And when I saw this, I was like, what's the problem? Well, we know it's Peach, so we know everything is a problem when it comes to Peach, okay? It's gorgeous and amazing? Okay. Gorgeous and amazing. All right, y'all. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into that in just a moment. We got Wine Glass. Y'all know Wine Glass is now working full time, not a 9 to 5, but 3 to 11 shift. And she is very excited on working. We're excited for her. So we're gonna go over there and check on a vlog she did about a week or so ago. I think she's doing weekly vlogs now because she's working evening shift and handling the household up until the time she literally walks out the door. So we're going to get into her. She doesn't have a lot of time to, do the daily vlogs like she used to, which we get it. We get it. Working full time, handling a family and a dog and a man that doesn't work can be very tiresome. Yeah, it can be. I could just imagine, right? So we're going to get into that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the break room. Tamari said all the school age kids go there, but they only singled out 2 with the free food. I thought she said in one of these shorts, it's 2 of her kids go to the school. Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. She got some kids that go to the school. I don't know if it's all the school age. I don't think Gregory McKay goes there because apparently this is an elementary school. The Lakewood Preparatory Academy in Manatee County is a preparatory school. It's an elementary school. It's a charter school. Right. And there was another Black mom that got the bag too. She was on TikTok. 3 of the kids go to the school. Okay. McIntyre goes there as well. Thank you, With Love. I thought I heard her say McIntyre. So it's McIntyre, amazing and gorgeous. Okay. The other Black mom did a video as well that Peach. Okay, so here's my thing, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get into it because y'all ready and I'm ready too. So what I'm gonna do is there is a program in Okay, so for all of y'all that do or do not know or may not know, Peach lives in Florida. Okay, and there is a program in the county that her kids go to school in. I'm unaware if she actually lives in this county. I believe Peach is busing, or not busing, excuse me, driving her kids to this school in this county. I don't know if she actually lives in this county, but her kids are driven to this school. And there is a program in this county called FELT. FELT. Okay? FELT. And the acronym stands for Feeding Empty Little Tummies. Okay? Feeding empty little tummies. You say they walk to school? Oh, okay. And about a week ago I'm assuming it's a Friday, because based off the website, this is when this program that is in conjunction with some schools distributes, I believe they have like 58 schools now, distributes bags of food to children that could possibly be in a situation where they may not be getting enough food or something like that. So let me say this. So Gorgeous and Amazing, I believe it was two of her kids, were pulled out of class and were handed black bags of food with some snacks in it. Now, and apparently, either you sign up for the program or you're referred to the program. Okay, I believe it goes either way, sign up or referred. Based off what Peach said, she didn't sign up for the program. I don't know if this program is associated with children with free lunch as well, but Peach children were singled out, pulled out the classroom, because I did find on the website somewhere, I can't remember where I found it at. Essentially, what they do is they say they quietly distribute these bags of food. Now, apparently, it's like a backpack program, but I think it's two different programs, because Peach kids didn't get, well, the food bag that they got last week wasn't in a backpack. It was in a black bag. And Peach went to the school and aggressively threw the bags of food through the receptionist window. Basically, I guess she feels like her children were racially profiled because her children are not impoverished. She says she has a freezer full of food, refrigerator full of food, yada, yada, yada. All right. So let's go real quick to their website. Let's go to Feeding Empty Little Tummies website. Okay. Let's go there real quick. All right. So this is their website. Give me a moment so it can pop on the screen. It's a little lagging. It's lagging a little bit. This is their website. And let me pull my banner down so you guys can see. Okay. So, Feeding Empty Little Tummies is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to feeding Manatee County's most needy, homeless, and food insecure students, one backpack at a time. In 2010, Jane L. Evers introduced Feeding Empty Little Tummies to the 3 Manatee County public schools. Today, Jane's vision to provide nutritious meals to homeless students is still being fulfilled by our dedicated board, volunteers, and community leaders who helped us serve 58 schools and over 1,626 homeless and food insecure children during the 2024-2025 school year alone. It says here, each child in the Felt Backpack program is pre-qualified as being homeless, at risk, or becoming homeless, or living in food insecure households. Often these children and youth are sharing housing due to economic hardship or a similar reason, living in motels, hotels, trailer parks, or campgrounds due to lack of alternative accommodations. Some are living in emergency or transitional shelters, or living in cars, parks, public spaces, abandoned buildings, substandard housing, or bus or train stations. We also serve children awaiting permanent foster care and those in other food insecure situations. Now, what we do know is Peach children do not qualify for any of these scenarios. They don't. I don't believe they're living in a shelter. They're not living in a motel, hotel, trailer park, campgrounds. Her children are not living in these certain living situations currently. But what we do know is, was it either earlier this year or last year? Maybe it was last year. CPS was called on Peach and her husband repeatedly. And there is a video where a case manager, caseworker came to Peach home and asked Peach, was she in need of any services? And in that video, Peach said he was suggesting things. Peach said she needed formula, child care for the summer. She said she needed, if they offered swim lessons, she can use that too. She basically was being sarcastic, but I guess she felt since CPS is here and they're offering, I'm going to take it because they're offering. So what could have happened with her receiving services through the state, through CPS, what could have happened is they could have shared her kids' information. That could have happened. Did she maybe at the beginning of the school year sign some forms and were unaware that she signed forms? I don't know about y'all, but after, when you got so many kids going to school and those forms get real repetitive, and child, you just start scanning and signing. I know I did. And so it could be one of those two things. But here's the thing. I remember, this was years ago. I think my son was in, my youngest, I think he was in the 5th or 6th grade. And I remember it was one of those breaks. I don't remember what break. I don't know if it was Christmas break, fall break, but it was one of those breaks. And I remember him coming home And I came in behind him because he got home before I did. I remember coming in the house and doing my routine, and I set some stuff on the kitchen counter, and I seen these plastic bags, like store bags. And it was a bunch of pudding cups and cheese crackers and granola bars and noodles and applesauce cups. It was just a whole bunch of stuff in a bag. And so I called my son. I said, hey, where do you get this bag from? He said, they gave it to me at school. I said, why? He said, I don't know. They gave it to a bunch of kids in the class. Like they was just giving everybody these bags. And in my mind, I was like, you don't even eat any of this stuff. The only thing he would actually eat was some peanut butter crackers and cheese crackers. He liked peanut butter. He don't like cheese crackers. But the rest of that stuff, he don't eat. So I remember saying to him, I said, why you just didn't tell them people no thank you? He was like, Mama, I don't know. They just gave me the bag. We was leaving. It was, we was getting on the bus. They just gave us the bag and I just took the. And I was like, okay, well, there was some cans of ravioli in there too. And all I was thinking was, well, this is wasteful because you don't even eat this stuff. So I remember putting the stuff in the pantry, just sitting it there, and I was thinking, maybe I'll give some of the stuff to my nephews because some of that stuff they did eat. So maybe I'll give it to. Needless to say, y'all, to make a long story short, never really got around to it because once it went into the pantry, child, it was, if it wasn't something in constant rotation of what the kids eat, it was just sitting there. And I remember one day, it was this months later, and I looked at, I was like, damn, this stuff's still in here. And I remember saying, I said, hey, do you want this stuff? And he was like, no. And I just got rid of it. But did I call the school, cuss the school out, make them feel some type of way because they call themselves, I guess, looking out? No. In my mind, I was just like, okay, well, this was wasteful because you don't even eat this ish. And in my mind, I'm like some other child that probably could use that, maybe eat it, maybe. Because let's be honest, y'all, there are children who, if it wasn't for the school, don't eat balanced meals or don't eat at all. That is a real thing. Now, is Peach Kids those children? No, they're not. And were they? My thing is this. The part that bothered me about the whole situation is somewhere on this website, and I can't remember where I saw it. It said they quietly give the kids, I guess they call them out of class and quietly give them these bags. But don't they have to bring the bags back into the classroom? So how is that quietly? And my thing is, why is it quiet? So I guess I was disturbed behind that word, quietly. I'm like, what you mean quietly? What does that mean? I'm like, what's quiet about you call them out the classroom? Obviously, the other kids don't know what's going on, but when they walk back in with this black bag, how is that quiet? Because all the other kids gonna be like, what's that? We didn't get one. Well, how you get that? Now you causing a scene. So I don't know because Peach never gotten all sides of the story. Here's my thing. Do I feel like these people need to be ridiculed for, at this point, y'all, we don't even know if these people assumed that if it's an assumption or if they received a referral We don't know. I don't even think Peach knows. And maybe Peach does know, but because she's running with this story, she cares not. I just really feel like I don't think I would have got offended. I'm gonna be just real honest with y'all. Like I said, when my son came home with that bag back when he was like 5th grade or something like that, I didn't get offended. I was more like, damn, this is a waste. Why did you know what I'm saying? Because I know my son don't eat this stuff. And then I said to him, I said, why you just didn't tell them people no thank you? And he was like, I don't know, mama. And I'm like, what? You know, you should have just told them people no thank you because you don't eat this stuff. That was a waste for you to take this. Is there a way of saying trying not to expose them? Yeah, I get it. You know, my thing is this. I understand that there's another something else on their website I want you guys to see. I mean, my thing is this. You don't know what's going on in my home unless I tell you. I do understand that Peach is extremely ghetto. And the way she handled it, to me, was just unacceptable. I don't think she had to take it there. Because, again, the feeding empty little tummies works in conjunction with the school. So did the school refer the kids to the program, or did the program receive the referral from CPS? That's what I just want to know. Where did the referral come from? Now, apparently, the other mom on TikTok that was in the classroom that got one of the bags, her child got one of the bags too, she basically said she pays to go to that school. But I saw on their website, on the Lakewood Preparatory Academy website, it's a charter school. And it clearly says tuition free at Lakewood Ranch Preparatory Academy. We focus on building strong minds and good hearts in every student. So how are you paying tuition if they say it's free? It's a charter school that they don't charge tuition at. So I was a little confused behind that. I'm like, how are you paying? It's free. I'm like, okay, girl, if you say so, well, you need to go get a refund because everybody else going to the school for damn free. My son bought it, gone, and I took it to the pantry. Right. So let me show you what else. And here's the thing. You know what? There are people who are actually benefiting from this program, are very appreciative of receiving the services of this program. And then you got idiots like Peach making a whole mockery of the scene. Now, apparently the school that Peach's kids go to is going through a big reconstruction. They just lost the head of the school. He abruptly left the school. So the school is going through a lot right now. And then on top of this, they got this going on with Peach. Peach had a meeting with the school, and she did a shorts where she was going to the school, and she abruptly cut it off when they told her not to film. There was a police officer there. It was like they was almost ready for the shenanigans. But I feel like the reason why they had a police officer there is because I'm going to show you guys the clip where Peach went up to the school and aggressively threw the black bag through the little glass window, the little opening in the glass window of the receptionist, and just shoved the bag through the window. So they probably think about it, y'all. They probably had never experienced that before. Out of all the kids they may have helped at that school who didn't need the services, and the parents was kind of like, well, why did you get this? More than likely, those parents did not come and aggressively take the bag and throw it back at them. They may have called the school and explained that their child is not in need. Please give that to a more needier child. Or maybe the parent or parents returned the bag very respectfully back to the school and say, "Hey, little Becky received this. Yeah, we're good over here. Yeah, hey, thanks. But how did you guys? How did you guys get our information to think we need? You know what I'm saying? They probably did it a little bit more calmly and professional, or more dignified. Let me use that word, more dignified. So right here, this is their website again. It says, um, Feeding Empty Little Tummies is Manatee County's original backpack program designed to help end childhood hunger. We are dedicated to feeding the county's most needy, homeless, and food insecure students, one backpack at a time. Our mission to pack and deliver meals for food deprived children in our community. Our vision to eliminate hunger and meet the nutritional needs of the children in our community. Our values: we believe in operating with passion, integrity, commitment, and love. And you know what, you guys, all that may just be true. That just, I mean, that might just really be what they're trying to do. It's a community program that a lot of people are benefiting from. It's just that simple. I don't understand what the fuss is about. I really don't. Um, Anisha said, I don't think they pay make the parents either volunteer or pay some fees not to have to volunteer, and they came from Peach Video. I don't understand what you're saying, Anisha. Here they were called power packs, and all kids got them. We was in the ghetto, so I guess they assumed everybody needed them. I guess. Um, Sheikah says she's doing this to have an excuse for taking those kids out of school. Why would it be an excuse? Can't you quietly homeschool your kids? Like, you, I'm just asking, Sheikah. You don't need to make a spectacle to decide to unenroll your children and enroll them in a homeschool program. Peach is trying to go viral, but I don't think it's going to happen, Cheryl. If she was going to go viral, it would have already happened. This happened over a week ago. I don't understand what the viral situation would be. Yeah, with love. That's what she did. Peach did. This is the first time I agree with Peach. I feel some type of way about the program selecting my black kids, but she definitely could have handled it better. But Lizzie, I respect what you're saying, and I get it. I understand. I definitely understand. But my thing is, are we saying that no white children or Hispanic children or Asian children didn't get the bags either? Are we saying that? Because we don't know what other ethnicity of children received the bags. We just know about Peach's two black children because she's their black mother. I don't know, y'all. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if, let's be honest, y'all, there are impoverished children in all ethnicities. You know? Again, I just really feel like with Peach doing that is still not going to stop the next black child getting one of those felt bags. The next black child is still going to get a felt. Like, that program is running for a reason. Peach ignorance is not going to stop the next black child, Hispanic child, Asian child, white child, Indian child. It's not going to stop that child from getting the bag. Yes, we're going to make sure your children never. But here's the problem I have with all this, y'all. One of Peach's biggest videos on her channel is talking about her living in the projects. We understand that she does not live in the projects now, but since just about 5 years ago, you were there. And are you mad that you didn't get your kids that was in school at that time didn't get the lunch bags when they really needed them? Like, are we having flashbacks? Like, I understand what you said, Lizzie, about her Black kids. But again, we don't know why they were selected. We don't know if it's an assumption by the school. We don't know. And let's be, at the end of the day, the school is in partnered with this 501c program. So they have to have paperwork. They have to have, because at the end of the tax year, they got to file taxes. I'm sure they got to uphold to whatever laws are in the state of Florida that they have to adhere to. So they can't just randomly be like, we don't like Peach McIntyre. Let's play with her and give her kids some free lunch bags so we can piss her off. At the end of the day, they have to have a reason why they're giving those kids, because they need that paperwork to file with their 501(c)(3). If someone comes in and randomly wants to check their records, stuff needs to match up. So is there a referral that Peach received somewhere? Did Peach, in the beginning of the school year, when she was signing those kids up, did she sign and don't realize she signed? Because let's be honest, Peach got a bunch of kids in school. She probably just signed and stuff and ain't really reading everything. Okay, Lady T-Bug says, TMR, this. I am a contract and grant manager, and they will have to reconcile them records. Exactly. So me personally, in order for them to prove so they can keep receiving their state and federal funding, just like school lunches, just like why they be on, they're on parents about bringing your kids to school, because they're getting money from the government to give lunches. So they have to have records that your child is in attendance so they can keep getting that funding, right? So like you said, Lady T-Bug, like I just said a few minutes ago, in order for those kids to receive, it's a paperwork thing. It's not like it was they were out at some type of community event and they just was throwing bags at kids. It's a paper trail. They got to have the paperwork showing why those kids needed those bags. Again, is it because of CPS? Is it because Peach signed up for it and didn't realize it? I don't think the school just dealt on assumption. I just my personal opinion, y'all. I don't believe the school dealt on an assumption. I know a lot of people saying, oh, but Peach kids be coming to school looking raggedy. Peach be up there looking raggedy, so they just figure she poor. I don't think it was that. That's just my personal opinion. Something is just telling me there is a referral somewhere floating around, and that's the reason why her kids received that, because there was some type of paperwork somewhere, some referral somewhere. She has CP for free stuff. Go look at them video. We just talked about that, Sheikah, in the beginning of the live. I seen a TikTok of another mom claiming to be the other Black student mom who also received the same bags of off-brand food. I don't know what they signed up for, but hell to the no. My thing is this. Me personally, the stuff that they gave, the stuff that they give in those bags, ramen noodles and stuff like that, let's be honest. If you're going to give a child something to help their empty belly, keep their empty bellies full, why not give them something that's healthy, like something that's healthy? But if you think about it, y'all, a lot of that healthy stuff doesn't preserve well. So unfortunately, a lot of that processed food preserves better. So that's the reason why those ramen noodles and them Jello, the pudding cups, and that's why those type of things are given out, because the expiration dates on those are longer than a bag of celery or a bag of carrots or something like that. If you're just going to give some child something to help to fill their empty bellies, why not give them something healthy? You're not feeding them that stuff at the school. You're not giving them ramen noodles for lunch. So why would you give them ramen noodles to eat on the weekend? That's just my opinion. I always wondered why they did that. Like, y'all put all this junk in these bags, and I'm just like, but none of this stuff is really good for the children to eat. And let's be honest, there are a lot of parents who are very conscious of the things that their children consume. Now, let's also be honest, a lot of that stuff that Peach snubbed her nose at, if you've watched some of Peach's food stamp hauls, Peach has all that processed stuff in her cabinet. She has pudding cups and all that type of stuff. She has all that because, again, she's feeding a bunch of kids. You said the beef ramen noodles would have sent me. I'm just being honest now. Would I go up there slanging noodles? No, but in the trash, the bag would go. And tea time, I'm going to be honest with you. That's exactly what I would have done. I would have just put that shit in the trash. I wouldn't have even bothered with going up to that school, making a spectacle of myself. But what do we expect, y'all? She makes a spectacle of herself on the internet. So why not make a spectacle? I can't talk. Why not make a spectacle of yourself at the school when you do it on the internet every day? So, Miss Lacey said, would it have been an issue if the free handout was a clothes voucher? Miss Lacey, that's a good point. That's a good point. I agree, Miss Wright. I agree, Giselle. She buys noodles as well. So I'm just not understanding why. We all know what this was about. This was just content for Peach. But what about all the parents who actually, and the children who actually, benefited from that program? Hey, Black Auntie. Now, here's the other question that I have for you guys that I'm a little curious about. It says feeding little empty tummies. So are we only worried about the little kids? Why are we not worried about the middle school and the high school children? Maybe not so much the high school kids, because at about 16, you can go get you a part-time job down at the McDonald's. But what about the middle school kids? What about grades 6 through 8? Do they not think those children are hungry too? So that kind of threw me off with the whole. I guess this program is just focused on elementary school children. Well, what program is focused on middle school kids or high school children? I thought the issue was that it was only given to the Black kids, but that's the thing, Basic and Balance. We don't know that. Are we saying Peach said that? Are we saying Peach is saying only the Black kids got it? How does she know that? Who is she getting this information from? Gorgeous? Again, they said they quietly call you out of the classroom. Is Gorgeous paying attention to everybody who's being, taken out the classroom? Peach knows her audience. They are full of Black single mothers who are struggling, and her critics. She gaslights them for support. And here's the thing: I was looking at a lot of Peach's comments, and I was kind of floored how many people agreed with Peach and how she handled that. And I was just like, damn, like it was kind of alarming how many people felt like Peach did the right thing. At the end of the day, I don't think those people were being nasty or malicious or funny. I don't think so, because I personally feel they received a referral from somewhere. And volunteers are the one. Now, did the teacher give them as a referral? I don't know. Again, we don't know. So let me show you guys the video of Peach. Give me just one moment. At the end of the day, here's my stance on it. It's a program to help children that are less fortunate. Peach, be fortunate that your children are not one of those children. You know, you doing all this hooping and hollering. Well, who's to say what life may bring for you, sis? Something may happen where you actually probably would need those programs. I'm not wishing that on her, but it's just like, why act like you can never be where you were just a few years ago? Why does she act like that? Why does she feel like, unless she's just so hard determined that she'll never be that way again on government assistance and things of that nature? And let's be honest, if she really wants to make sure that never happens, I hope it never happens to her. But sometimes life just throw curveballs that you don't even see coming. All right, so here's the video.
Saying, bitch, take them ugly ass motherfucking pictures down. One thing you ain't never seen I was cool with is a motherfucking fraud ass picture, bitch. Playing in my motherfucking faces with the fuck I'm saying, bitch. Take them thing you.
Child, look at these ladies. They sitting here looking like WTF. And they didn't even have anything to do with it. They just work at the front office. They like, what the hell? But that's what she did, y'all. So let me get to another video. All right, you guys, sorry about the silence. I was trying to find the video. So this is the video where she went to the school to have a meeting with the administrative staff at her children's school.
November 26, 2025. Current time is 2:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm currently in front of my kids' school, Lakewood Ranch Preparatory Academy. I emailed both principals, the principal at the lower school, as well as the principal at the upper campus. I also emailed feeding empty little tummies and some more people as well in regards to what happened with my children. My kids' principal called me and asked for a meeting. Hey. Already.
I need you. You want to go here? Come on, I'll go out with you. Come on. But can you please turn it on?
Have the meeting due to me recording, then we just won't have the meeting. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. I would have liked to. Yep, I understand. So we're not going to have this meeting because if I can't record and they're already ambushing me, it doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do is do what I already have started doing. The Peach Patch today is Friday.
But what Peach could have done is she could have quietly, let's use that word again, she could have quietly just recorded the audio. We didn't need the visual. She could have put the phone in her purse and pushed record and could have just recorded the audio. That's all we needed. We didn't need the visual. So if you really wanted to record the interaction, you could have just recorded the audio. She could have put that phone in the bottom of her purse and they would have known no different. She could have got the views with the audio. She wanted a show. She did wanted a show, but she could have got the show with the audio. She could have. So now she is harassing so now she is harassing one of the boards of the Feeding Empty Little Tummies. Her name is Jessica. Now she harassing this poor lady. I don't mean to laugh, y'all, but some of this stuff is just so ridiculous to me. We're going to get to that tea time.
Hey, it's Jessica. Welcome to a little bit of a Fun Facts Friday.
Hi, Jessica. I'm Peaches McIntyre, but on the internet, they call me Peach.
We have now been serving this school year for 7 weeks in a row. We're really excited about that.
Congratulations. I'm sure parents who need your services are excited too.
Our goal and main mission is to get food in the hands of kiddos that might need it.
Jessica, that's not what your mission statement on your website where you ask for donations states. It actually reads, our mission to pack and deliver meals to food deprived children in our community. That's what it reads on your website.
And so we jumped in this year. I think that this is the third or fourth year in a row. I apologize for not knowing that exactly, but I think this is the third or fourth year that we have been able to start serving the children immediately.
Me personally, I'm so happy to hear that you guys have been able to jump in immediately and start serving children who are food deprived.
Our numbers grow throughout the year, and we started with just a few hundred kids in a few schools the first week of school. We are now in 46 schools, and this week we served 1,352 children.
Jessica, that's awesome. However, I'm the mother of gorgeous Underwood and amazing Underwood, and they both attend Lakewood Ranch Preparatory Academy. Had your company, your organization, followed normal protocol, you could have saved money and only served 1,350 students because my two students, they aren't food deprived.
So I've been getting asked a lot of questions. We have a lot of new volunteers as well. And so we figured it's time for a Fun Facts Friday.
Ooh, Jessica, I love facts.
So basically Peach took the lady's video and basically reacted off her video, and this woman is just up here doing her job. Again, I don't know what I'm just going to assume that the passion of this organization is to feed little empty tummies. Should Peach feel offended that her children received bags for food because they were determined to be underserved? Yes, she should. I can agree with her. She should. However, she could have got to the root and handled it a whole lot different. But we know why she didn't. It's because she wanted content. yeah, Takesha. She wanted content. And so this has been going on for well over a week. And at this point, I remember a couple years ago, Peach wasn't even going to send her kids to school. Um, and now here they are in school because I'm just going to assume the less children she has to see after during the day probably is better for her, right? So a couple years ago, because y'all remember when she wasn't going to send Gregory McKay to school, and now he's about to graduate from school. And my question is, and Tea Time, you asked this question as well too. Where is Wood? What is his thoughts? Does he have any? How did he feel? Wood probably didn't care one way or the other. Wood probably said, "Let me see what's in that bag and see if there's something he could munch on." Okay. Wood probably didn't care one way or the other because if you notice, Peach is the one who was trumping up at the schoolhouse. Maybe Wood was at the house watching the little twin boys, so he couldn't, go. But Wood was, sitting back just waiting on her to come tell him what happened. He didn't even Wood didn't even, he wasn't even sitting in the parking lot, in the air conditioned vehicle with the twins sitting in the back and all the other children that she has that are not school age. He could at least drove her up there, right? And he could have just sat in the van or the car, whatever type of vehicle they have now. He could have just sat in there with some air conditioner going. Because again, Peach got money. I'm sure she can afford for Wood to sit in the car with the car running with the AC on and waited for his wife to come out after she went up there to, defend her children or their children. Let me say that, okay? But he was at the house, okay? Probably minding his damn business, probably on the phone talking to one of his homeboys, or I don't know if Wood plays the game. Maybe he was playing the game. Child, we don't know what Wood was doing, but what we do know is Wood was not up there with her, okay? He told her, you go on, and I'm going to stay right here at this damn house. Wood is definitely mute. That's my thing. Where is Wood at? What is he talking about? I'm going to keep saying it. It's a child first trauma. Is an unhealed parent. This bothered her more than anyone in the family. Yeah. I agree to that. Truth. Would be in his own world. He has to be drunk to deal with Peach. Yeah. At TMR, I saw an old video of Peach going to get bags of food for her kids during the pandemic. Now it's a problem. I mean, what about when she was still in the water bottles during the hurricane? Again, your family is not in a situation where they need food and water and things of that nature. But during the pandemic, she was down there stealing them people's bottled water that she did not need. So, it's like, it's the hypocrisy of it all. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to make a stance, why not make it make sense? It's very hypocritical because you were just last year telling CPS you need all these free things. Even if you were being sarcastic, you still accepted whatever they gave you. So once upon a time, you was down there getting the free food and the free bags and this, that. Especially, okay, so if you're not in a position now to receive them, I would have simply just called the school, told them, hey, guess what? Gorgeous McIntyre and Amazing McIntyre are not in need of your services. So on Fridays, don't put them on the list because we don't need that. Thank you. We appreciate you being concerned, but there is no concern here. I would have took that food, threw it in the damn garbage, and went on by my business. But again, this is all for the content. I know, Black Auntie. I think a lot of people feel that way. Not the infamous black eye from Ashley. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. But we're going to move on. Okay. We're going to move on. That is a mute conversation now. Well, at least it's mute over here. I just wanted to get you guys' opinion on how you felt. Um, you think she signed up for it? I mean, at this point, since we don't know, it could be one or two things. Either she signed up and didn't realize it, or CPS or a CPS referred her. Um, we don't know. Nobody knows. Only person that knows is her in the school. So, okay. So now we're gonna get into wine glass real quick, you guys. Make sure you guys clock in, hit that like button. Yes, Liam, we moving on, honey. Shall we move it? Oh, you're me. Oh my goodness. So wine glass, you guys, like I said in the beginning, she's trying to balance it all as a full-time working mom. Um, okay. So we're gonna get into her video real quick. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Wine glass has to be at work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just going to assume the lady probably leaves home about 2. When I tell you this girl does more stuff from the time she wakes up to when she walks out of that house than she did the whole time she wasn't even working. She does a lot of stuff before she even leaves that door. By the time she get to work, I know this girl is wore out. So let's get into wine glass and see what's going on now that she's a full-time working mom.
So we make two different kinds of sausage here. The links is the regular sausage, and the circles have maple syrup on them because they don't like maple syrup on his sausage. So we make two different kinds, and my kids don't eat this. Okay, a lot of kids. Well, my kids eat like I have 6 or 7 kids. Okay, my kids love eggs, so I put this seasoned salt on there, and then I put garlic and onion powder on there. So I made pancakes. I made two. My goal is not to eat a pancake.
My thing is this: why were we cooking the pancakes in the little skillet, but we cooked the eggs in the big skillet? Hell, I would have just cooked the eggs in this little skillet and put 2 pancakes at a time in the bigger skillet. But child, this her kitchen.
Today. Since it's cold, RJ is going to be wearing this Nike jacket I got for him last year. Still in good condition, so he's going to be wearing this. Hey, look at this boy. Here, put that on. So RJ tends to sightsee. Oh, bring that book bag back home, okay? Okay. Walk fast. You only got a few minutes. Love you. Have a nice day. So it's 7:02, and I'm gonna wake these other kids up. I gotta put Nayuri in the tub. I'm just probably just gonna uh, get it done.
I
fast.
agree.
Mommy.
Like auntie, all you need is some salt and
Time
pepper.
to get up. Let's go.
And be careful with salt. Don't put too much salt on the
the
egg.
user blanket. That's what they get. Nayori. Nayori. Get up. It's gonna be a rough morning. I already can tell. Nayori ain't up, but I'm gonna put him in the tub, get him ready for today because um, oh my god. You have ADHD and you forget that the pancake is on the stove. It's burnt.
What does ADHD have to do with you burning the pancakes? You burnt the pancakes because you walked away from it. Because you, instead of you just concentrate on the food, you fooling with the kids. That don't have anything to do with ADHD, or does it?
She can always rip the top off. That's why I like to do multiple stuff when I'm doing.
Right, Bonita.
So Fat Man wants a pancake. I'm not giving him this burn. Give him one of these. A whole pancake, just a half of one. You want a sausage, fat boy? Yes. He said yes. He want to eat.
I'm starting to think, you guys, is Wineglass telling her boyfriend that she got it? Because why doesn't he get up and assist with getting the kids ready? Like she just said, she got to put Naori in the tub. So Naori must still pee in the bed. She just told the boys business. Because don't your kids take baths at night? So why is he taking a bath at night and then again in the morning? So more than likely he probably peed in the bed. So why wouldn't you, while you're in there fixing breakfast and getting the kids up and getting them, why can't he go bathe Naori or get Naori in the tub? Because I'm just going to assume Naori should, what, about 5? I'm sure he knows how to wash his parts by now.
Yeah. My baby be home.
Yeah, I think she tells him that she got it. Because I just don't believe, I don't want to believe that man literally don't want to do nothing in that house. I just don't want to believe that.
There's neither here or there right now.
Yes, Shalonda.
This is Fat Boy's plate. He don't really eat eggs, so I don't even offer it to him no more. But I got him a sausage.
Not in the Proxton, better be potty trained.
Anybody wants some more? I'm gonna go wake up. Not yours, but I can put him in the tub. And this is Malaysia's plate. That's all she can eat. So.
It's time for y'all to go to school today.
Now, if you guys do not know, Wineglass posted on her community tab that her and Malaysia, I think that's the little girl's name, got their hair done for the very first time. And so Wineglass got this done to her hair, and Malaysia got a similar style. Obviously, hers is shorter because she doesn't have as much hair as her mom. And what Wineglass said in the video short that she did about her and Malaysia going to the hairdresser is the lady told her that Malaysia's hair was severely damaged. And I was kind of shocked when I heard that. And I'm like, well, what is your hair damaged? Because it looks pretty healthy there to me. She said, they said Malaysia's hair was severely damaged. And I'm like, well, Wineglass, all them damn products that you got in that house, that you always talking about, all the products that you use, and the way you keep your hands in your head, you're not doing the same thing for Malaysia? Why is Malaysia's hair broke out, but yours wasn't? If anything, both of y'all heads should be broke out. Aren't you the one that's doing both your head and her head? So I was just like, okay, well, that's interesting. Why is her hair severely damaged, but yours isn't?
You ready to go to school now, Yuri? Malaysia, you ready to go to school? Who are you talking to? You so pretty, chicken. I got this little pink sweater that she got on from Target, and it's so cute. Ain't it, mommy? I think I'm gonna get you another one, like a light pink one. So, and then
she focuses more on her head than she does Malaysia. That's why Malaysia's hair was severely damaged. There's no way that Malaysia's hair should be damaged at all, as much as Wineglass puts her hands in her own head.
I don't like my watermelon because they can feel it all over me. That's how I live at the house.
Okay.
Exactly, with love. That's what I'm saying. She paid more
You ain't
attention to
talking
her
today.
head
You
than she
usually
was
talk your
Malaysia.
head off
That's obvious.
and make me so I cannot think. You talk so much that I cannot even think. Okay. Do you talk like that at school? Only at home with mommy?
Yeah, they're in Milwaukee,
That's wrong.
Wisconsin.
Mommy, I gotta get you your eyeglasses. You can't see? It's cool.
But that's the
Your eyes hurt?
on soy.
No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna still get you an eye checkup. I need to go to the eye doctor. We're waiting at the bus stop, y'all, and they bus don't come till like 8 o'clock, but we here early as 7:53. So that's what we got. That's why
7:53.
Y'all can see the bus.
Now, mind y'all, the woman just got off of work at 11 o'clock. I'm just going to assume sis probably don't go to bed till about, she get off at 11. I'm just going to say she get home maybe about 11:30. She probably go to bed about 1:30. And she pop right back up to get them kids ready. Which, as a mother, that's what you do. You get up and you get your household together, right? But if you have a live-in, that's what I want to use. You have a live-in boyfriend who does not work and you do work. I guess my question is, how come he's not sitting at the bus stop while you're at home doing other things? How come he can't run the kids to the bus stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not doing anything. Is he still asleep? That's what makes me feel like Wineglass is basically telling him she wants to do everything. I don't want to believe that this man literally does nothing. I just don't want to believe it. I really feel like Wineglass is overbearing. And she just makes him feel like she has to do everything. Because she says it a lot. They don't clean like she do. So she wants to do everything in the house, but then complain about how exhausted she is.
To bed at like 11:30 last night. And I need to fold these clothes, at least fold the clothes. So tomorrow I can fold the rest. I'm not gonna try to push myself to fold all these clothes. Y'all, we've been behind on laundry because everybody's schedules has been like off. So we trying to get back into this routine of getting stuff done early in the morning though. Because I don't work until 3 and it's like 8 o'clock. So
We tired of sitting at this bus stop, girl. We get ready to move on.
But yeah, I will see y'all once we get back home. All right, y'all. So we out taking a walk. Me, Prince, and Esme. Don't take your jacket off. He's being terrible. Come here. Look how cute he is, y'all. Too cute for his own good. Do not go over there. Come here. Go over here. Get in the grass over there. He need another haircut. That way. My God. I should have put him in the stroller, but I'm trying to have him have his little independent.
Why would you put him in a stroller? He can walk.
Okay, y'all. So I'm done with work. I know I didn't come back on. I'm sorry, y'all, but I got ready for work. And now I'm done with work. It's like 11:40-ish. And I'm gonna go home and do some things. Like, hopefully I can do the dishwasher. Hopefully the dishwasher is done already. We'll see once I get home. But usually when I get done working, I always call Bay on my way home. I don't know. That's just how I always do it. But yeah. And then I'm parked all the way down here usually.
So if you always call Bay when you're on your way home, you don't ask him, hey, is the dishwasher loaded? Did y'all clean up the kitchen? Is them kids in bed? Did they get there? You don't ask those questions. Like, what the hell do y'all be talking about?
It's actually not that packed when it's time for me to come in, but I guess there was a lot of people that had to be in today on Monday. So Yeah.
Exactly. Where you
But yeah,
cut
this
the
is what I
grass,
do. And
mow
then
the
once I
lawns,
get
shovel the
home,
snow.
y'all, I usually take my clothes off, put my night clothes on, go see what the kids doing, and go to bed. But tonight, I want to make sure that I got dishwasher on, make sure everything clean and put together, put away before yeah, just to help out because I know it's a lot to deal with. So
He don't even drop her off at work. What if there's an emergency at the house with the children? They are a one car family. So what's she supposed to do? Leave work? Because let's be honest, y'all. Let- he at the house with the kids all evening. She's at work. Why would the car need to be parked at the job with her unless he don't want to have to take all of them out the house to go pick her up at night? That could be it too. Maybe that's why she drives herself to work. So therefore, he doesn't have to pile all the kids in the car to go pick her up from work. But if there's an emergency and a vehicle is needed, she at work with the car. That's why they need another car. He needs to go get another car. He needs to get a car.
so
It's him
just
not
to
with a
make
car.
sure I got everything
Grown ass
together,
man
I'm
with no
gonna
damn
put
car.
that on a routine. Like that's what I really want to do. So that's what I'm finna do. I'm finna call Bay back, and I'll see y'all once I get home. And I forgot to mention today is Monday, September 8th. Today is Monday, and I did all this before work and after. So that's just my days just be so long. All right, y'all. It's Tuesday, and I didn't even vlog today. I am so exhausted. I'm tired.
Girl, that he can drive to the liquor store and get his liquor. Why he can't? He go get his
I'm
beer. Why he
exhausted,
can't do
y'all. I'm
anything
very
else? But he can
tired.
drive to go get the beer.
And
He can drive over to his people house.
I can't even think. I can't even think, y'all. Now I know. I think I know what I was talking about.
Not he raps
So
supposed to.
last night I ain't get no sleep, y'all. So I'm tired. I ain't get no sleep last night. Um,
Say he just another mouth to feed, just like the
Quincy
dog.
had
Travis
diarrhea.
ain't.
I'm like, what the fuck, y'all? I was so like confused. Like, what happened? How did you get diarrhea? Y'all, he had diarrhea. And I don't know how it happened. I did switch his food, and then I think that's what happened. So we end up, it was just rough, okay? Let's just put it like that. It was rough for everybody. But I did end up calling his vet or whatever. Well, it ain't his vet. Is it his vet? Vet is y'all call that his vet to see was that normal, and they said that was normal as long as it ain't no blood in his poop or anything. And
Wine glass, girl. What are you talking about? Hush.
is
We don't care nothing about the dog
officially
and the
will
diarrhea.
be snipped. He's getting fixed in these couple weeks, so I cannot wait until he gets fixed. They said that it's for to get dark, y'all. So they said that usually puppies, male puppies, they get aggressive when they're not neutered.
You could just tell wine glass has literally nothing to talk about. Like, sis, girl, we don't care nothing about the dog. What's going on at the job? Anything enter? How are you transitioning with the new job? What are your goals now that you're working and you're getting a paycheck either every week or every 2 weeks? Like, how's life going to be a little different for you with your fine? Like, wine glass, talk about something that makes sense, girl. We do not care nothing about the dog and the diarrhea.
Or snipped or whatever y'all want to call it. I don't know. Fixed. or whatever. So
You don't want to call
he
it sick.
is
That's what that
getting
means.
fixed pretty soon. So next month sometime. It is September. I'm just tired, y'all. It's a long day. So tomorrow I'm off. I can do some deep cleaning and get some rest all at once and cook for my babies because that's my plan is to cook for them and deep clean my house a little bit, mop my floor. I didn't even get the chance to mop my floor, y'all. Remember I said I was gonna mop my floor?
I'm just curious, y'all. Look, here's the thing. Running your household as a woman is very important, right? Because it's important to me. But we both got stuff in here that needs to be done. Like I do the inside, he do the outside, right? So you got to walk the dog, see after the children, clean the whole entire house, cook food, do the laundry, go to the store, work a job. I'm just curious, what does Bay do? If this was my home girl, baby, I would be so exhausted listening to her. I would be like, sis, what does he do? I would love to hear her explanation. What does he do? Because a lot of the things that she states she has to do, she should have half of that to do. Because he should be doing that. Like loading it's her worried if the dishwasher is loaded. When you just said you called Bay on your way home. So how come you can't say to him, is the dishwasher loaded? And if he says, I don't know, then go load it or go check. The children got more chores than the man does. It's her and the kids who got chores. I guess once the dog get fixed, he'll have a chore too. And the boyfriend, he's just a warm body in the building at this point. I know a lot of y'all say she need to get rid of him, but y'all at this point, and then what's she gonna do? Because in her mind, she needs him. I'm just curious for what? A babysitter? Because he babysits little Esme Lamante? Is that what you need him for? Because at this point, essentially, that's what it sounds like he does. Make sure little Esme Lamante doesn't get into anything. Or does he do that? Baby, this is exhausting.
I didn't need to mop it, so I gotta get that together. And then I just gotta do so much stuff.
You don't
Prince
want to be
has been really
alone.
good
I
on
mean,
his
but
potty training.
okay.
Otherwise than the
Yeah.
diarrhea, he's been very good on his potty training. He's been holding his pee a lot longer, and I feel like it's just more mature.
Think Mocha Madness?
So I am going to eventually get him his cage. The cage that I want to get him is off of Amazon,
Wait,
and I
hold
want a
on. Mocha Madness. Bay have left her before? Was that was that a threat that he left her? Was that was he trying to threaten her? I'd have been like, nigga, bye. Holla. And make sure you have my child support, ninja. Oh. It's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. Child, now he called himself leaving her. Why, Glass, you let that man leave you? And you literally are the superwoman of that house. Girl, you let that man leave you? And you let him come back after he called himself leaving you? Shit.
adorable cage that I know that he's gonna need. So I
Over to his mama
cage
house,
train
girl.
my puppy to control his bladder. So that's how you teach your dog how to hold their bladder. Princey don't be
Girl,
in the
I'm gone. Because
cage
you and this, you call
all
back.
the
Because I'm not
time.
going to
He's
listen to
actually
you.
now he is fitting his whole do not add no sugar. I do not add no butter. I do not add no brown sugar either. I just eat it how it is. So I need to order that and put that on my Walmart order. I'm trying not to do a Walmart order, y'all. I know I'm talking y'all ear off. We got like 4 more days of this week. No, 3 more days of this week. But I'm trying not to do a grocery order, y'all. Like, honestly, I don't want to do a grocery order because it's so expensive and I just want to do it myself. But I just be so tired. Like this weekend, I might.
Wine glass. Put a grocery order in and they'll deliver it for free. Or better yet, write a list of what you need while you're in the house in the morning, getting it together, getting the kids off, send Bay to the store. He can get his beer while he's at Walmart. Walmart sells beer. He could do it's like a twofer. He can get his beer and get y'all some food or whatever y'all need. You don't have to, but even if you did order the food, if you have that Walmart app and you sign up for the little, I forgot what it's called, they deliver it for free. They'll bring it to you, sis. You ain't even got to go get it.
Have to do a grocery order because guess what? I have to work this weekend, so I might have to do one. I'm just irritated. I want to do it, but I know if I go to the grocery store before I go to work, I'm gonna be exhausted. But if I go early, I should be good enough. That's
so. Are you? Wait, hold on. So, okay, hold on. Do you not trust Babe with your debit card? What you think he gonna go slip off and go buy a little shun with your money? Why you can't send him to the store with your debit card? Because if you're working now, y'all probably not getting EBT anymore. So why you just can't send him to the store with your card? Oh, that's right, y'all. Because y'all remember he got his bills, she got her bills, although they live in the same household.
All I'm gonna have to do just get up early and just go to the grocery store. I can save my coins and don't have to worry about how much I'm like spending because I feel like $300 was a lot.
Is that true, Anisha?
Really
I didn't know that
much. Yeah, we got 64 things of stuff, but still, my dollar doesn't stretch at all. I feel like, but yeah, y'all, I will see y'all once. Probably tomorrow because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I will see y'all tomorrow. This vlog gonna be really long. I hope y'all like it. I will see y'all tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's your girl Wine Glass and Chill, and today is Wednesday. I look terrible.
you do.
But I'm gonna take these braids down tomorrow and put 2 ponytails in, 2 low back ponytails, and then leave it like that for the couple days. I gotta work this weekend. I'm gonna start folding all these clothes. We got a lot of clothes that I gotta fold. Just to get ahead. I'm trying to catch ahead. I do want to get like all this stuff and this stuff off my dresser and just clean up a little bit and organize just a little bit. Today I want to really
Does that look like a room that Bae sleeps in? Cause
organize, not so much clean up, but do organize.
Hold on, y'all.
Stuff and this stuff off my dresser and just clean up.
Look at these nightstands. They're not dressers, they're nightstands. Look at these nightstands. Where is his stuff? Is his stuff in the bathroom? Where is he? Hell, do he sleep in the room with you? Well, we did see him on the couch that time with little Naori. I don't think he can fit in that bed. Girl, so I'm confused. Why are you worried about birth control and the man don't even look like he's sleeping in the damn room? What he doing? Hunching you over the toilet seat or something? Cause that's look. It don't even look like a man is in that room. Where is his cologne and this is nothing.
Up a little bit and organize just a little bit. Today I want to really organize, not so much clean up, but do organize, and get stuff done. That's it. That's
You
all.
think so, SC Johnson?
I'm so happy to be
Oh,
off.
you know what?
Actually, those 8 hours,
Hold on. Do y'all remember when they stayed in the one apartment? Remember when she had that video where she was depressed and the house didn't get cleaned up for days and had that real nasty kitchen and Babe was still cooking on the nasty stove? Y'all remember that video? That's what really got us talking about her. Y'all remember in those series of videos when she was living in that 2-bedroom apartment? She said that Babe sleeps on the floor of the bedroom. So her and Esme Lamonte and Naori slept in her bed, and Bae slept on at the foot of the bed on the floor. So maybe he sleeps on the. What type of shit is this?
Nothing to me no more since I did that 12. Yeah, 12. But yeah, and I gotta get Esme a little bath, so I should do that now and just dip him in the water, wash him up real good, and then put his clothes on. That's what I'm gonna do. Because my plan is, in a minute, is walk and go get Malaysia and Naori. RJ will be here in a few hours.
I don't know how she do it. I'm with you. Who said that? Wait a minute. Hold on. You ain't shit but a hoe, and it's clear. Baby, no, you didn't take what disabled veteran gamer Bay told Olivia the other day. Not your name is you ain't it but a hoe and it's clear. Child, oh man. But I'm with you. You said I can't get turned on for a baby. I'm telling you, Ussy would be just as dry. You hear me? Girl, it would be, baby, it would, child, whoo, baby, you need some damn Crisco on that Ussy. You hear me? Child, I wouldn't, child, ooh, I don't even understand. I don't know how the girlies do it. I don't know. I mean, Wine Glass is very much, I don't know, 2010. The girlies in 2025 and beyond, baby, they trying to get the ninjas with the dough. Okay? Or and even if they ain't getting the 6-figure ninjas, they need the ninja at least with a full-time 40 hours a week job. Okay? Oh boy, I'm telling you, I don't get it, baby. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
It's 1 o'clock. I did sleep in. Thank God, I needed that sleep. I mean, when I tell you I woke up feeling good, I really needed that sleep. So,
Glass girl, bye. Girl, you bye, girl, no, we not gonna do it. I just wanted to show y'all how she was managing working at the damn job, and she okay, she all right, she managing. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. She did say, I believe Wine Glass is a CNA because she said she did a shorts where she said the job that she's working at pays for them to go to nursing school. So maybe Wine Glass is going to, I guess she has dumped her YouTube dreams and she's going to do full-time work. Maybe she's going to become a nurse. And you know what? Congratulations. I hope she does that. Because let's be honest, her livelihood is predicated on her and her alone. And that's unfortunate that she's in that situation. We talked about this before. We talked about how we felt that if Wine Glass would realize that 2 incomes would be far better than 1 income. But one thing I can say about Wine Glass, that she decided that she needed to do something different, and she did that. Yeah, the Crisco nearly. she decided to do something different, and she did that. Right? She went back to work. She realized um betting on the algorithm was not getting those bills paid. And I think when Wineglass went through that situation a few months ago, back around the summer, spring, summer, y'all remember when she um, partnered with a program to help her boost her channel, the same one Jasmine did a couple years ago, and they were taking 50% of her money or something of that nature. And she ended up not getting a check because I guess she was advancing off the money and she didn't get that check. I think once Wineglass went through that, she was like, oh hell no. There's one thing about Wineglass, she wants money. She definitely wants to live better than what she's living. And so I guess she just realized, let me take my ass back to work. Maybe her mom convinced her of that. I don't know if Bay had that conversation with her, but somebody had a conversation with her and it actually struck a chord somewhere. And she said, let me go on and go get me a job so I can get some benefits. I can get a full time pay. So I guess Wineglass does not get a disability check. I thought at one point she did. Maybe she doesn't get a disability check. And at the end of the day, she realized social media was not going to take care of her indefinitely. And she said, let me go get a job. And she did the right thing. That's what, and she apparently likes this job. So that's good. It's always good when you like what you do. Okay. You said, I want 3 wings, mac and cheese, coleslaw, peppers, and a strawberry drink. Where am I ordering it from? Churches. Church's Chicken. Church's Chicken. If she passes the state board for nursing, I'm never ever going to Milwaukee, Waukesha, or any suburb nearby. Baby, like auntie, can you imagine Wineglass coming there getting you your medicine and she can't even pronounce the damn medicine? That would be a mess. Here, take your. I don't know what this says. It's her spelling the name of the medication to the patient. Child, a mess. You hear me? A mess. All she needs to do is ask herself questions like, "Why do I need this ninja here?" And the answer will come to her, and she'll course correctly. Yeah, Miss Lacey, that's true. That's so true. Kane's chicken is good. All right. So one more conversation, y'all, and we gonna pivot on off. Okay. So did you guys know that Burlington Coat Factory, I believe it's in New York, is taking pictures of you now when you go into the Burlington? Hold on, let me show y'all. Hey, Allie. Apparently, and something else that's going on too is now the security are wearing bulletproof vests. Not only at Burlington, I was at Ross, and Ross, the security at Ross had on bulletproof vest. I said, baby, it's serious out here. You hear me? Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me find this story. So I saw it on TikTok. Okay. Let me pull y'all in. Here you go, right here.
Oh wow. Y'all won't get nothing out of here. Then let them take a picture before you can enter into Burlington. Look at this shit. Oh wow. Y'all won't get nothing out of here. Then let them take a picture before.
I told my husband I wouldn't shop here because they have this fun to get really doing something. Isn't that crazy? Oh my god. What are they gonna come up with next? I told my husband I wouldn't shop here because they have this fun to get really doing something. Isn't that
Then let them take a picture before you can enter into Burlington.
Now the video is alleging that
Oh, Funky Dineva talked about it.
Where my put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. And this ain't no shade situation. Just put me in the chat if you are old Burlington type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a Ross dress for less type of hoe, and I'm proud about it. Now, I don't go into Burlington because I didn't grow up with a lot of Burlington coat factories around me. And they're around now. Now I don't moved on up a little higher, so I don't have to go in there. But I'm a Ross type of bitch. All my Burlington girls, put me in the chat. All my Belts girls, put me in the chat. Belts girls, the Belts girls is kind of, who is more badgy, the Burlington girls or the Belts girls? I think Belts is a little more high end and sophisticated than Burlington, honey. It's just something about old nasty Burlington. Let me ask you a question. How would you?
Burlington Coat Factory now requires you to take a photo before entering to prevent theft. Who wants to wear that stuff out of Burlington Coat Factory anyway? Those clothes was played out 2 years ago. Nobody want that. Burlington Coat Factory.
So
now
apparently that's what's going on, y'all. Burlington Coat Factory is requiring for you to take a picture before you can enter their store. Now, you heard Funky Dineva talk about it? Okay. I haven't seen Funky Dineva in quite some time. Burlington quality went down when they dropped the Coat Factory. When they dropped the word Coat Factory and they just became Burlington. But even with people saying who's still in Juicy Couture and I don't know, Echo and stuff like that, y'all, obviously people steal any and everything. And stealing is at an all-time high. It's really bad. So in order for Burlington to enforce now taking pictures, me personally, I physically haven't been to a Burlington. Let me think. When the last time I went to Burlington? Was it maybe, I didn't go at all. I haven't been this year. I don't think I went last year. Maybe I went in 2023. I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've been in Burlington because there's other stores that I can go to. I mean, if you think about it, Burlington, Ross, and all those stores, they damn near selling the same thing, right? And yeah, when they dropped the Coat Factory, it went downhill. I seen the change in Burlington. Like Burlington used to be my go-to, especially for my kids for their winter coats and stuff. Even when I was a kid, Burlington and JCPenney's was the place my mother went to get our coats, our Easter outfits and stuff like that when they were Burlington Coat Factory. But if I needed to go into Burlington, I would go into Burlington. They could take my picture because I'm not taking anything that I'm not going to pay for. Everything I'm taking, I'm paying for. So if you want to take my picture, okay, because I'm paying for everything anyway. So that's just me. Like, I do think it's weird because you should just be able to walk into the store. That's what loss prevention is for. So what's the purpose of having loss prevention if you're taking pictures? So I just, that's just my thing. I go for household decor. I find a nice mirror. Don't bother stopping by the clothes. Yeah, now it used to be a time like Burlington used to sell really cute purses and when they were Burlington Coat Factory. I do like I have bought a lot of their home decor out of there. But I like TJ Maxx, I like Marshalls, I like Home Goods, I like stores at home. I like those stores as well too. So I will venture off to those stores. And a lot of times I forget all about Burlington. And the last time I was in a Burlington, and I remember the last time I was in a Burlington, which was probably 2023. It's been a minute. It was so nasty in there. Like the stuff was all on the floor. Nothing was on the shelves like it was supposed to be. It was so chaotic and like it was just stuff was just everywhere. Like it was more stuff on the floor than it was on the actual racks and on the shelvings. And when I saw that, it turned me off. I was like, oh no, I'm not shopping like this. If I go into any store and it looks like that, I'm immediately turning around. I'm doing an about face. If I want to shop like that, I'll go to the thrift stores and shop like that. It was looking like Family Dollar. Yes, if I wanted to shop like that, I would definitely go to the thrift stores because you expect that at the thrift stores. I don't expect that at these retail stores. I don't expect to go in there and have to hunt for what I want and it's all on the flow. Yeah, me too, T-Mar. It's been about 2 years. I looked like it was a City Trends. Oh, girl, I ain't been to City Trends. It's been a long time since I've been to City Trends. I grew up where we had Value City, Fashion Discovery, and TJ Maxx. We'd get all kind of name brands on the low. Yeah, I remember old Value City. I'm Epel says Burlington's only a step above Ross. Ross is in product quality now. Lots of frumpy women's clothes or very urban logo clothes from seasons ago. Cheap looking jewelry and handbags. Yeah. Now Burlington used to have really nice jewelry. Oh, I used to get a lot of my little costume jewelry from Burlington, but like I said, over the years, the quality has went down tremendously. I still haven't been to a DD's discount. I heard what's her name? Gina Janine talk about DD's. They used to have a great baby clothes, Carter's brand. I haven't shopped there in many years. But and you're right, Rhea. So like I said, if for some reason I needed to go into Burlington just because I'm on a hunt for something specific. And if I go into a Burlington, that Burlington just so happened to, want to take my picture, I don't have no problems with it because I'm not in here stealing anyway. Okay. So I don't have any problems with that. Y'all, we got to be honest. The stealing is ridiculous. Okay. It's just ridiculous. And people got to stop because when you're stealing, what does that do, y'all? It makes the prices even higher for the consumer, for the people who don't mind going in there spending their money. It's not fair for people to go and steal stuff and we got to go and buy it, and when you go in there stealing the stuff, and then we got to turn around and buy the stuff because we don't want to go to jail and we don't want to get barred from stores. But then the price is more for us because we doing the right thing. Burlington Coat Factory back in the days was the place. It really was when it was the Burlington Coat Factory. When they dropped Coat Factory, it literally went downhill. Like Burlington Coat Factory used to be the ish back in the day. Woo child, DD's. My oldest is 20. I used to go when she was like 6. We used to have this store called AJ Wright. AJ Wright, baby. AJ Wright was the ish back in the day. They end up closing all the AJ Wrights down. But yeah, AJ Wright. I don't know if you guys are familiar with AJ Wright. Yeah, AJ Wright used to be the ish, honey. I used to love me some AJ Wright. You can go into the clearance or the warehouse part and get all kind of stuff online and still get pretty good deals. Yeah. And there's a lot of let's be honest. If you really want home decor stuff, Temu, Shein, Amazon. You know, you could. I typically don't like doing home decor at Walmart because I just feel like a lot of people gonna have that in their house already. You know. We had an AJ Wright too. I loved it. Yeah, girl, I used to love me some AJ Wright. Oh my God, I'm so sad y'all are missing the Dellas at Burlington now. They have so many name brands now. The deals at Burlington. Oh, okay, really? Yeah, I haven't been to Burlington in forever. Burlington will become another Kmart. Wow. But you know what, me personally, when Burlington start doing this, when they start implementing this, it just makes me think if soon they'll start closing Burlington stores down. You know, when they start doing stuff like this, they're trying to hold on, but then eventually they'll let it go. And it'll be another one of those, you know, another mass like Kmart's. How when they close all the Kmart's down, you know, it's a possibility that could happen to Burlington too. You had an AJ right around the corner from you. They're gonna be doing it in Ross next. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, they're gonna probably start doing it at a lot of these retail stores. I miss Kmart for the layaway. I used to love Kmart layaway. But they're going to be doing it for a lot of these retail stores, especially because you know, the stealing is ridiculous. Like the way these people be in these stores stealing is just insane, honey. It's insane. I believe JCPenney's is holding by a thread here in California, just like our Sears stores. They still got Sears stores open. I thought I had closed all the Sears. I don't know. I love JCPenney. I really like JCPenney. Late to the live, Wineglass got a decent roller set. Yeah, Wineglass hair does look cute. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It does look cute. No, they are expected to build so many stores. We just got another one in this tiny town I live in. Oh, really? Okay. And the blue light special, yes. Yeah, they closed all the Sears here too. Walmart destroyed Kmart by buying from China. They undercut brands like Rubbermaid and Fruit of the Loom to the point they couldn't survive. In turn, Kmart couldn't either. Yeah. Did y'all hear about the digital ID mandatory? What's the digital ID, Miss Journey? I haven't heard about that. Yeah, I love me some TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I do. I really do. You can find some really cute stuff in TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I'm trying to see what you guys are saying. Somebody said something about the digital ID. So, but yeah, you guys, I wanted y'all to know that. I didn't know if you guys had heard about Burlington taking your pictures to enter their stores. I didn't know if you guys were familiar with what was going on with that. You said the digital ID. Oh yeah, the digital ID. I got to do more research on that. Digital ID. You talking about like your driver's license? You can literally go in Burlington and shop like you at JD Sports or Finish Line nowadays. You'll go shop around and try it out. Finish Line, what they selling Nike and Adidas in Burlington? Huh. Okay. The UK is going to make it mandatory to have a digital ID to keep better track of people. And I believe they can only travel twice a year. What? Twice a year? Child, what the hell is going on? What does that mean? The digital ID is something going on in the UK. Okay, well, keep it on over there. How you going to tell me how many times I can travel? And I'm paying for it. I ain't asked you to pay for it. Not in my Burlington, but you used to be able to hear. Oh, okay, with love. You say, yeah, that's not going to work here, but then again, child, I know. Like we have a lot of states that are tourism states, like Florida and Vegas, and so I don't know if that's gonna work here in the United States. I think it's like that social credit score they're trying to put into place here, right? I don't know, Brandy. Yeah, Miss Nicole. Hey, Tamara, did I miss your birthday? If so, happy birthday. You know, I'm going to treat you to a birthday lunch so you can do another short to the song Freaky Tales by Too Short. I love that short. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nicole, my birthday was last Saturday. It was a week ago today. Yeah, it was last Saturday. But thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Just creating digital tracking. That's what it sounds like. That's definitely what it sounds like. They say Vegas is dead right now and employees are being laid off. Really, Miss Lacey? Huh. Really? You know, they said that about Florida too. They said Florida is not really getting a lot of tourism like it has been historically. And they said a lot of people are just like leaving out of the state of Florida because you know Florida thrives on their tourism. And they said it's people are not coming to Florida like they used to. You heard that too about Vegas? Wow. Oh, really, Nina? Wow. I haven't heard about that. Nelly's truck said Vegas is dead and we are being laid off. Oh my God, are you serious? Wow, I didn't know that. 33% of Florida is from Canada. They overcharge it for everything: resorts, fees, parking fees, auto tipping. Yeah, I mean that is true, Black Auntie. They are charging for everything, overcharging. Let me say that. Like everything is a fee. People can't even really enjoy themselves because by the time you pay for all these fees, then you ain't got no money to gamble and enjoy yourself. No, people cannot. You know, it's so funny that you say that. Who said that? Tam Reed. Um, it's funny that you say that because I was just telling a friend of mine that the other day. I said, you know, people still want to go out and have a good time, right? But it's really getting to the point where it's too expensive to have a good time to go out. It's just too expensive. And I said, what people need to start doing is just making your house. Although you do want to get out the house sometimes, but let's be honest. You know, go invest in you like a 85 or a 75-inch flat screen TV if you don't already have one. Make sure you have, you know, was it Netflix and Hulu's or whatever you. Well, I know y'all was banned in Hulu, but you know, have you some Netflix? Let me just say Netflix and Amazon Prime. Have you a little, if you're a drinker, have you like a little bar in your house or in your apartment? Have you you know, some drinks, some liquor and stuff that you have, you know, and you're damn sure gonna have to just start entertaining yourself at home. It's cheaper, you know. Also, you know, if you don't have a barbecue grill, invest in you a nice barbecue grill, be it charcoal or gas grill. You know, if you live in an apartment, you know, it might be a little different, but if you live in a house, if you don't already have one, invest in something like that. Tubi is free. Yep, Tubi has some good movies on there. You started a Black woman's book club. Oh, okay, Miss Cannon. That's interesting. That sounds really nice. I haven't read in a long time, y'all. I used to be a very avid reader, but I just be so busy. I don't have time to read anymore. A lot of people are going back to the library and borrowing Disney movies. Yeah, I mean, at this point, y'all, that's what you're just gonna have to do. We talked about yesterday how a lot of you guys have your little coffee bars in your home. You know, you're gonna have to start making your house your oasis. You're just gonna have to start doing it because, and again, obviously you want to get out of the house, but you got to have the money to do it. And while people are at home paying bills and trying to do what you can to maintain your homes, the luxury of going out enjoying yourself is not the luxury for everybody anymore, or up for a lot of people. Let me say that. I'm glad people cancel Disney. That's what they get. Exactly. So, you know, I've been in the house because people losing their minds outside. Yeah, Nikki Hendricks, oh girl, what you done said. But yeah, me and my girlfriend was talking about that other day. I said, girl, honey, get you a big flat screen TV, a bigger, get you a bigger screen TV, and go get your own damn movie theater right there in your home. A lot of these, I'm not saying that you need to go buy new furniture, obviously, but if you're looking to buy new furniture, maybe get you a nice little sectional. A lot of these sectional now have the little recliners on the end, where you can recline, like, you know what I'm saying, and you just have to make your own oasis at home. It does. It costs $200 to go outside, literally. I mean, you guys, for my birthday, child, we spent a lot of money. We spent a lot of money, but it was my birthday, so I feel like I deserved it. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I won't do that for a while. Like, it's gonna be a while before I do that again. It definitely is not gonna happen no time this year because the holidays are coming. So already start prepping for the holidays. I gotta get my food and my gifts, and so I got a lot of stuff to do. So I started last month prepping for my holiday, because I love the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So what I did for my birthday was because it was my birthday. Can I do that every weekend? Absolutely not. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't even do it every other weekend. I'm gonna end up at the lounge with my sister drinking martinis and eating salmon. No man. Okay, you enjoyed so good. Yeah, I did, Rose. I really enjoyed myself. I had a good time. I'm going to have to hit up Temu for gifts this year. SC Johnson, girl. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with hit up the TikTok damn shop. Okay, no matter what happens, it will always be winners and losers. I just try to take advantage of the opportunities. And you're so right, Steve. Like, I'm not saying people need to live in fear and go into hibernation, because that's not healthy, right? That's not healthy for anybody. But you do, like you just said, Steve, and I like the way you phrased that. There's going to be winners and losers. There are a lot of people that are not doing so well financially right now. But then there are a lot of people that are. And I'm not talking about rich people. I'm talking about people, just middle class America, that are doing okay. They're just maintaining with what they have, and they're just moving on. A lot of car lots, they're not moving cars off the lot. People are not buying new cars as frequently as they were in years past. People are just making do with what they got. Because let's be honest, to buy a new car does what? More than likely is going to raise your car insurance up. Yeah, you just got to be mindful of your spending at the end of the day. As much as we are paying in rent and mortgage, hell, we stay home and enjoy every square foot of it. Girl, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, you might as well. Like, baby, we chilling at the house. You see what I'm saying? We chilling, and I ain't even mad because I had a good time last weekend. So, baby, I care nothing about staying in the house this weekend. I don't care nothing about it. I'm not mad. I don't even want to go anywhere. Because I had a good time last weekend. So that served me up. I'm good for the rest of the year. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I might, and then, Thanksgiving and Christmas obviously is real busy time with family. You go around family, so you're moving around and stuff like that. So, and then New Year's Eve, but I'm gonna be honest with you, New Year's Eve I'm gonna be parked at this house. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I don't want to spend the money on that because I don't know what's gonna happen in 2026. I'm just being conscious of what's to come in the future. But like Auntie said, I remember growing up and we did have a lot, and outside was expensive then. We made it work, took advantage of deals when possible. I can do that now because of that. Yeah. And for me, y'all, I don't have any small children that I have to worry about. So, that's a plus for me. So I don't have to worry about having to make sure I got to go entertain the kids, at least once a month or every other, every 2 weeks to go make sure I take them out for, I don't know, ice cream or skating or bowling. When the kids were little, I used to at least try to take them out at least at the minimum once a month. We would do something, big for them to have, outdoor activities. And then there are times where I just could, we just couldn't. We just couldn't. So if housing crash, great time to buy. Virus come along about stocks, etc. Well, you know what? Right now it's a buyer's market. It's a buyer's market right now, you guys. If you're interested or if you're in the position to buy, it's a buyer's market right now. There are so many homes in the inventory, it's ridiculous. The sad part is a lot of people don't have the finances to buy. But if you're interested in buying a home, it definitely is a buyer's market. There are a lot of sellers who houses have been on the market for 60, 70, 80, 90 days. And I'm not talking about homes that are like 500,000, 400, I'm talking about homes that's like 200,000, 250,000. Okay. You say, I love my 4% interest. And yeah, and a lot of people are not trying to, they're if they got like a 2.5%, 3% interest, yeah, they're not really trying to sell because they don't want to get a higher interest rate. They're comfortable with the interest rate they have right now. I just was saying that only said I love my 2.5. Okay. So, and then, a lot of people, I did see on TikTok where a lot of people are saying that they regret buying a home. But I think a lot of that is because a lot of people bought above their means. Let's say for this, say for instance, you get qualified for a $400,000 house, right? That don't mean you got to go get a $400,000 home. Just because you qualify for it does not mean that's what you need to go get. That just means you got some wiggle room, right? You got more inventory available to you. But we find that a lot of people opted to buy at the height of their approval, and a year later, 2 years later, the economy's changing, property taxes went up, and now they can't afford it. Retirement has to be a plan. You got to have it all together. No debt, house paid off, etc. Most people don't understand. Right. If you can get your house paid off, obviously that's the option for a lot of people, But at this point, if I could, if you just got a house that obviously you can afford to pay, it's within your income bracket to afford to pay for it. Even if you have a loss of income or your income is reduced for some reason, as long as you can still get that mortgage paid, you're winning. You're winning. You're winning. So it's a lot of things that we have to talk about. We have to be conscious of. We have to think about, because at the end of the day, y'all, we're all living real life. And is it horrible for everybody? No. Like Steve said, there are winners and there are losers. Y'all, we remember back in 2008. Remember back in 2008 when we had that big housing crash, the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac situation? Y'all remember that? And we survived that, So we've been through a lot, y'all, and we survived, and we'll survive this too. We just got to stay calm and not panic. But you definitely have to be prepared. Okay? I notice now that my views are dropping because we're talking about stuff that actually makes sense. It's just funny how people don't want to have real conversations. Like, it's okay to react to these ladies that they got stuff going on. It's okay. But at some point, y'all, you got to have a real conversation. Because guess what? We're living real lives. Yeah. If we talking about Olivia's Ussy, it's 700-800 in the chat. But we talking about life and living and spending. Don't nobody want to hear that. Now, do you understand? I'm not a financial channel. That's not my niche on here, but I am a woman who lives real life. Yep, that's when I picked up homes because I became a landlord. Best thing I ever did, right? SC Johnson. I remember he was telling me he became a landlord a few years ago. Baby, I could have a conversation about anything. Yes, exactly. Right, Sean? Like, it's so weird. Yeah, with love, I love me a real conversation, and I feel like I can have those real conversations with y'all, because at the end of the day, we all in this thing together. We all doing the same damn thing. Some of y'all may be doing it better than others, but at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing. It's called living. We're all doing it. We're all doing it. We're all living. Some of y'all might be living better than others, but at the end of the day, we're all living and we're all trying to figure out every day how to live a little better. No, I'm in here for it, TMR. You said because I have to live how I am going to live every day. You just never know what someone is going through. That's so true, Anisha. That is so true. And we all can relate, Mrs. Cannon. We definitely can. Yeah, I like having real conversations too, Brandy. I really do. Okay. All right, y'all. That's my time. Let me go, y'all. Let me what time is it? Oh, ish. Let me go and get up off of here, y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. TMR is definitely gonna see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you so much for being in attendance. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Remember, serve what you love.